Imagine if I told you that it was possible to turn $50,000 to $24 million. What would you say? Imagine if I told you that you didn't have to come up with a new concept. There was a working model in place, and all you had to do was implement this working model into a new region that is yet to have it. I can hear you say, "Oh, that would be brilliant effort." I second that. That would be brilliant indeed. Now imagine if I told you that two young people could do it, and it would not take 60 years to do it. It would not take 6 years to do it. In fact, it will only take 6 months to get there. Yes, like the last 6 months that just passed you by, or the coming 6 months that will pass you by. What if I asked you now to imagine all that to be true? Because, my friend, this is no fairy tale. $50,000 into $24 million in 6 months? Your initial reaction may be a jaw drop. And perhaps there might be an inner voice that says, "Lucky buggers." Carl and Christopher Chong started a company called Beeconomic at the start of 2010, and they were open for business in May 2010. By December, the newspapers had revealed that they were bought out by the giants from the States, GroupOn. Today, the company founded by these two boys is better known as GroupOn Singapore. These boys did it in the midst of a world crisis. They dropped everything to get the startup off the ground. One brother left his role as a DJ for an online music magazine, and the other dropped out of his master's program with only a few papers left and had a job at one of the top investment banks. When they started, they didn't even have an office to work from. The brothers and their initial staff members worked from hostels and food courts. And yes, true to a success story, they went through their days eating fried rice and noodles. They went into a brand new market, not knowing anyone, and had to literally go door to door, meeting with merchants, introducing their ideas, and selling the concept of their business model. They had to do it from scratch. Carl and Christopher saw an opportunity and went with it. Well, technically, at the speed that they started and sold, it's fair to say that they ran with it. I mean, 6 months of being in business, and then you get a buyout offer that is said to have been for around the cool sum of $24 million. That's running with an opportunity. So how did it all happen? Well, Carl was shown a GroupOn deal by a friend in the States for a 70% discount of a mountain climbing session. He immediately thought about the space and opportunity there was in Asia for a group buying site. He called his brother, they dropped what they were doing, and with $50,000 as starting capital, began the business. The idea had already started in the States with GroupOn, but had not yet set foot in the Asian market. The point is, the brothers saw an opportunity. They grabbed and acted on it. An opportunity that was there for anyone to benefit from. What can you learn from it? Opportunities are everywhere. In your personal and professional life, there are always opportunities to get better, to help you achieve your goals and dreams, to help you break through to new heights. But equally important, this is where the winners are separated from the majority. Winners act on the opportunity they see. What opportunities do you see in your working environment that you need to act upon? What opportunities do you see in the market that you can benefit from? What opportunities do you need to grab hold of for your business? You see, both Carl and Christopher could have looked for excuses as to why they shouldn't do it. Surely many thought they were crazy. After all, 2010 was not a year to take risks. Unemployment was at a high, people desperately holding on to their jobs, hoping not to be part of the batch that would be made redundant in any given week. They didn't know anyone in Singapore. They had to go knocking on doors and educating merchants in those times. It's not necessarily an easy task. They were risking the only $50,000 capital they had. Again, it's not the kind of money you can just burn and say, "Oops, I did it again." But they felt time was of the essence. If they were to introduce the concept of group buying power, they had to be quick. They made a decision and they acted upon an opportunity they saw. They chose to act with courage and work hard to realize their goal. So let me ask you, Where do you need to be making smart decisions in your personal and professional life? What must you be courageous to act on? What actions must you take to get to your dreams? Who said you can't make $1 million quick? Who said it will take you 10 years to break through? Who said it's the crisis and you shouldn't make smart moves? You see, you're only ever limited by yourself. These boys weren't lucky. They knew that they had a small window, as with all opportunities, a window to realize potential and turn it into profits. These two young boys chose to make it happen, and they proved just what can be possible. Fortune doesn't favor those with potential. It favors those who do. It favors those who take action. In what area of your life do you see windows of opportunities that you can benefit from, create, or expand on? Where do you need to become courageous and make bold decisions for yourself and for your team? Where do you need to step up the game? What actions must you take to make things happen? Fortune favors the brave. It favors the likes of Chris and Carl, and it rewards them handsomely. I will suggest that there are plenty of windows out there for you to capitalize on. When opportunity knocks, answer the door. When you see an opportunity, grab it. However way you look at it, it can be narrowed down to one word: action. My team and I would love to hear from you. Your thoughts, your questions, your experiences, and your breakthroughs. Until we meet in person, get inspired, get informed, and get going.